Hello, everyone. This is our World Theater and Dance project on the Abaramagao Passion Play, and my name is Natalie.
My name is Madison.
And my name is Emma.
So, the description of the Abaramagao Passion Play is it is a play that tells stories from the Old and New Testament in the Catholic and Christian Church. As the audience is watching the play, there is a narrator telling the story as the storyline continues. The play shows the audience Jesus' passion from the final period of his life while being on earth to his last moments leading to his crucifixion.
Vater! Ich bin sein Mörder. Wir fordern seinen Tod! Seinen Tod!
The development of the Abaramagao Passion Play happened because the villagers made a promise to perform the suffering of Jesus every 10th year. It was written by Othmar Weiss, J.A. Dazenberger, Otto Huber, and many more. The Passion Play has been performed every 10 years since 1633, but unfortunately, except for the year of 2020 due to the pandemic. The Passion Play was originated in Europe as a way to teach others about Christianity. It is a play that is deep rooted into the Christian faith. The actors take their time out of their day to share the message of his suffering, death, and resurrection with these powerful performances. The purpose of the Abaramagao Passion Play was because if God would spare the village from a bubonic plague, the villagers would perform the Passion Play in perpetuity. Their vow was set to be played every 10 years after 1634, regardless of age, and the play uses about 5,000 inhabitants in which they can participate as actors, extras, or stagehands.
Who are the performers? The number of people working on the production in 2022 was 1,769. 47 women and 702 men were involved in the Passion Play, as well as 420 children. About half the inhabitants of Oberammergau devotedly reenact the story of Jesus. None of the participants see themselves as professional actors, and all have normal jobs, but see the honor of taking part in the Passion Play as a reward in itself. To be allowed to participate, you have to be born in Oberammergau or have lived there for 20 years. Who is the audience? Around 30% of the guests come from abroad, mainly from the US and other English-speaking countries such as Great Britain, Canada, Australia, and South Africa. There are also guests from Scandinavia, Spain, China, Japan, the Philippines, or Singapore. 70% of the guests hailed from German-speaking countries. Around 412,000 tickets were sold. Does it still exist today? The play has been performed every 10 years since 1634. But unfortunately, because of COVID, the 2020 play was postponed until 2022. The play will continue to be performed every 10 years. The most recent performances were from May to October in 2022, with 110 performances, each lasting 5 hours. The next performances will be in 2030. How has it changed? Originally, the play was performed in the parish church, which soon proved to be too small, and it was held in the church graveyard. Over the years, there were a number of changes until in the 18th century, the graveyard venue was also too small, and the play was moved to a nearby field with a new stage having to be built each year. Eventually, towards the end of the 19th century, a permanent stage was built with outstanding acoustics and seating for approximately 4,000 spectators. The present-day stage looks very similar, but has been enlarged from time to time and renovated to include comfortable seating, underfloor heating, and modern toilet facilities. It is wheelchair accessible and has a seating capacity for an audience of more than 4,700. Over time, there's been new scenes and ideas integrated into the performances. In the latest performances, they had living images, a choir of 67 villagers, music, intricate stage designs, costumes, and props. In the past, people don't always acknowledge that Jesus was Jewish, and in the newer performances, they have dived deeper into these ideas, especially showing an important scene where Jesus reads from the Torah.
Some of the important cultural values that are expressed through the performance. There's a religious importance because of the vow that the original villagers took to continue to perform the play. They are also able to tell their story of the Passion of Christ and can spread their message to the audience. Through tradition, the play is often a tradition that is passed down from one generation to the next. There are families that have passed roles down from father to son or mother to daughter. Because the play is performed every 10 years, the people who participate get to have a new role each time, and it allows them to give advice to the people who will play their parts the next performances. The play also allows the villagers to have a better sense of community, as they work together for years preparing and practicing for the performances. When the villagers are able to perform, they have a great sense of pride, and they are able to come together as a community and recognize the important part of their religion through the telling of their play. In preparing for the performances, the director tries to integrate ideas or lines that pertain to current issues, including the recent pandemic. Through the scenes of showing Jesus reading from the Torah in front of the temple, having him wear a kippah or a yarmulke, and also showing many scenes from the Old Testament, they want to change the idea portrayed in the original performances where the Jewish people were shown to be the villains of the story. One way that the play relates to my culture is that I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and we had similar performances where we would perform the Stations of the Cross.
In my community, every year, we perform the Stations of the Cross at our local church. We walk around the neighborhood, and everyone from the community is welcome to join.
Volunteer at my Catholic church, I would participate in performing in a short play that involved my community coming together and showing the many obstacles we go through and finding our way with God. Just like the Abraham Magal Passion Play, it doesn't require us to learn a script, but only use our bodies and music to tell and show the passion of the story.
Is the performance accessible to the community? The play is performed every 10 years and was just recently performed in 2022. The next performance will be in 2030, and anyone is welcome to come. With ticket prices ranging from 30 to 180 euros, it does take place in Oberammergau, Germany, so for most people, travel will be necessary. Anyone can come to watch the performances. However, to be in the play, you must have been born in Oberammergau or have lived there for 20 years. One way that you could use this idea in an elementary classroom is by having strong traditions. It can be an important lesson in an elementary classroom, and it can also have a fun idea to have students share any traditions that they have in their communities, cultures, or families.